Trouble is a board game in which players compete to be the first to send 4 pieces all the way around a board. Pieces are moved according to the roll of a die. Trouble was developed by the Kona brothers and initially manufactured by Irwin Toy Limited, later by Milton Bradley. The game was launched in the United States in 1965. It is very similar to the much older game of Menschauer Dick Nicked as well as another Hasbro game of Sorry. The classic version is now marketed by Winning Moves. Gameplay. Players can send opponents' pieces back to the start by landing on them. Players may not touch the other player's piece, otherwise the piece's owner must redo the pop roll. Pieces are protected from capture after arriving in the final 4 slots. Unlike more complex race games, however, counters cannot be maneuvered to block opponents' moves. The most notable feature of Trouble is the Pop-O-Matic die container. This device is a clear plastic hemisphere containing the die, placed over a flexible sheet. Players roll the die by pressing down quickly on the bubble, which flexes the sheet and causes the die to tumble upon its rebound. The Pop-O-Matic container produces a popping sound when it is used, and prevents the die from being lost. It allows for quick die rolls, and players' turns can be performed in rapid succession. The die is imprinted with Arabic numerals rather than the traditional circular pips. Players may move pieces out of their start only when the die lands on 6. Getting a 6 at any point in the board game also allows the player to take another turn, even if the player cannot move any of their pieces. They can also move a new piece out even if they have another piece currently in play, and can also do the same if another player's piece is occupying their start space, but cannot do so when one of their own pieces is occupying their start space. If the die in the Pop-O-Matic container has not clearly landed on a number, then the player who popped it can tap the Pop-O-Matic, but may not re-pop while the die is in limbo. Similar games entitled Headache and Frustration were also produced by the Milton Bradley Company. The game is called Frustration. In the UK, where a World Championship is held biannually in the Isle of Wight over 2 days, the morphing of a number of smaller regional leagues and tournaments played over the last 2 decades. In the World Championship, the first year's championship is decided on the 31st of December and the second on the 1st of January. Substantial cash prizes are awarded to the winner, with 2012 world champion being Elizabeth O'Brien from Wilton near Liverpool. O'Brien also retained her world crown on the 31st of December 2013, giving her 3 consecutive victories and a substantial cash prize. The current 2014 world champion is football coach and artisan Andrew Rimmer. Celebrity players of the cult game include renowned travel author Tim Moore and actor-presenter Simon O'Brien, husband of Elizabeth. Moore is the current holder of the Elite Premier World League, first played in southern France in summer 2013, which also presented a significant cash prize for the winner. The second EPWL, an invitation tournament, is slated to be played in the Spanish region of Valencia in June 2014. Participants are coming from France, Germany and the UK to participate. The game in the UK has developed internal jargon such as "for cocked dice." This describes when the dice inside the Pop-O-Matic fail to land completely flat, prompting a re-roll. Versions published: Basic Edition re-releases Trouble, Fun on the Run Edition, Trouble, 2013 Edition, Themed Editions Trouble, Cars 2 Edition, Trouble, Star Wars, The Clone Wars Edition, Trouble, Despicable Me Edition, Trouble, Frozen Edition, Trouble, SpongeBob SquarePants Edition, Trouble, Toy Story 3 Edition,